What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and on today's video we're going to be taking a look at this awesome 7-string guitar from Jackson. If you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that I have been absolutely loving this guitar because I have been posting about it pretty much non-stop since I got it, and there's a very good reason for that, and we're going to talk about that in this video. Real quick before we move on, I just wanted to give a big thank you to the sponsor of this video, Sweetwater. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I'm sure you're already familiar with Sweetwater, but they are one of the largest online music retailers. You can find almost any piece of music gear you could possibly imagine over there. It's crazy. It's an absolutely awesome website, and they've been a fantastic sponsor for my channel for a couple of years now. It's always a pleasure working with them. So if you watch this video and want to get this guitar or pretty much any other piece of music gear you can think of, please go check out the link in the description and the pinned comment below. That is my personal affiliate link to Sweetwater, so anything you buy over on their site directly helps support my channel. So again, a massive thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the guitar. You've already heard how this guitar sounds in a full demo mix, so for the rest of this video, what I'm going to do is tell you about the specs and features of this instrument, show you a few soloed tone clips, and then last but not least, give you my thoughts and opinions on this instrument. So with that being said, let's start off with the specs and features of this guitar. So this is the DK Modern 7 Evertune guitar in the gold sparkle finish, and this is coming from their Pro Plus apparently. So this right here is the DK Modern Evertune 7 guitar in a gold sparkle finish, and this is coming from their Pro Plus series. I keep stuttering that word, Pro Plus series, there we go. And this particular series of guitars are Jackson's sort of higher end import model, which comes from Korea. So the first thing you're going to notice on this guitar is obviously that gold sparkle finish, which looks absolutely amazing. I know some people don't like sparkle finishes, but I personally love them, and this is one of the best I've ever seen in my opinion. We also have an Evertune 7-string bridge right there. I have it currently tuned to drop A. We have Fishman Fluence open core pickups. I hadn't actually tried these version of the Fishman pickups before, and I actually really like them. I was curious to see how they stacked up against the more, soap bar style that you're used to seeing, the moderns. And these sound just as good, if not a little bit better in my opinion. So as usual for Fishman Fluence pickups, you have a push-pull knob over here, which activates voice 1 and 2, and then we have a 5-way pickup selector on the bottom and a volume and tone knob. While we're on the body, this has a basswood body. Moving on to the neck of the guitar, we have a 26.5-inch scale length, which is pretty standard for 7-string guitars. It has a 3-piece neck, as you can see on the back here, which is maple and Venge, as well as Goto locking tuners up top. It has an ebony fretboard with a 12 to 16-inch compound radius. And last but not least, this guitar also features stainless steel frets. Okay, now that I've told you the specs and features of this instrument, I'm going to show you a couple of soloed tone clips, in particular a high gain rhythm tone test as well as a lead test, and I'll go through a few of the different pickup and voicing configurations as well. I do want to also mention that all of the high gain rhythm tones you're about to hear were done using the 1111 plugin from Auto Audio. If you like how that sounds, you can get a free trial or 50% off using the discount code on the screen, and the link to that is going to be in the description and the pinned comment below. With that being said, let's start off with the high gain heavy rhythm tone in drop A. Okay, you've heard how this guitar sounds in a full demo mix, you've heard the specs and features, and you've heard some solo tone clips, so of course, last but not least, is to tell you my thoughts and opinions on this instrument. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that I have been posting about this guitar pretty much non-stop since I got it, and that is for a good reason. I really like this guitar, and I would hope I really like it because the price of this guitar is definitely a little bit on the high side, coming in at $2,000 USD. So the price on this is a little bit high, and I know that's going to turn some people off, but when you consider the specs that you're getting, the Evertune bridge, fish influence pickups, stainless steel frets, and this awesome finish, I can see where Jackson is coming from price-wise. It's definitely starting to rival, you know, some American-made guitars in that price range, so I can see why some people might steer away from this for that reason. But if you want an off-the-shelf production guitar right away that has really, really high quality specs and feel, then this is a good option. I think it goes without saying, but like I mentioned earlier as well, my favorite thing about this guitar is definitely the finish. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and obviously I am a massive fan of the Evertune bridge. I currently, for some reason, don't have a 7-string with an Evertune, so this is going to be that for me from now on, and since Drop A is my favorite guitar tuning, this is what this one is going to live in. If you're unfamiliar with Evertune, by the way, it pretty much is a bridge system that's designed to more or less almost never go out of tune. If you keep restringing it with the same set of string gauges, you don't really need to do too much setup every time you swap strings as well. It's awesome, and yes, you can still do bends with the guitar, don't worry. I use an Evertune bridge on my live guitar with my band Carcosa, and I honestly half the time don't even check my tuning before we play a set because I just assume it's going to be in tune, and 99% of the time it is. So this bridge is magic and I love it, so obviously that is a huge plus on this guitar as well. Also, like I mentioned earlier, I really, really like these Fish Influence open core pickups. I had never tried their open core variations before, but I've had their other, you know, modern pickups on a ton of other guitars. I've had them on like an Ibanez 8-string. I've had them on other 7-strings in the past. They've always sounded good, but I actually kind of prefer the sound of the open core a little bit more. I find that I tend to most of the time gravitate towards passive pickups, and to me these have a little bit more of that passive voicing to them, at least to my ear, so I am a fan of that. I honestly can't really think of any negatives for this guitar. The fit and finish is absolutely awesome. It plays like a dream, and obviously it stays in tune really well thanks to that Evertune bridge. If I was to think of any negative, it would, I guess, be the price, but like I said, with the specs and features, it's not that unreasonable. Again, stainless steel frets, Evertune, Fishman pickups, crazy finish, so you can be the judge on that. But other than the price, I really can't think of anything I would change about this guitar because I really like it and I've had a great time getting to know it. Okay, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, a massive thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in grabbing this guitar for yourself or pretty much any other piece of music gear, you can find all of that over on Sweetwater, which is linked in the pinned comment and the description below. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my Patreon members whose names are on the screen at this point in time. If you're interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen like these lovely people here, you can find all of that over on my Patreon page. Thank you for watching. I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you next time.